Hey everybody, Ashton here with Gents, back with another fragrance review. Now this is one that I actually bought a tester for, so there's no presentation part of this video. Some of you out there are very happy about that. This is a new release from a house that doesn't really get talked about at all. Most of their fragrances are actually looked down on. The house is Lacoste, the fragrance is L'Homme. Now a lot of people out there don't like Lacoste at all. They say they're synthetic, uninspired, that they don't smell good, that they're crap. Personally, I actually really like Lacoste. I really like Lacoste Yellow. Lacoste White is nice as well. Lacoste Pour Homme is not bad. So I'm not a Lacoste hater. All that out of the way, I did not have really high expectations when I bought this. I saw it on FragranceNet, a tester for under $40. Where it's a new fragrance, I said, sure, I'll pick it up. This one opens up with rhubarb, citrus, and ginger. Citrus and ginger are used in tons and tons of men's fragrances. And for good reason. The opening is refreshing, not overly citric, it's pleasant, it smells very nice. It's warm, it's a little bit sweet, it's something that almost anybody is going to like the way it smells. There's a little bit of an interesting thing going on here. It's almost like Lacoste took inspiration from a number of men's releases and just kind of combined it. There's almond here, which is going to remind you a little bit of L'Homme Ideal Cologne by Guerlain. And the citrus ginger mix here in the opening is a little bit similar to L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent, which has been a popular men's release for quite some time now. I'm not saying this is the exact same as either one of those fragrances because it's definitely not, but it's closer to Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme. Another fragrance this reminds me of a little bit is Dolce & Gabbana's The One. The color of the fragrance is a little bit similar, and in the dry down, there's that warm sweetness that kind of draws people in that's similar between the two. Again, not the exact same, but in the same ballpark. The opening through the mid is basically that rhubarb, ginger, citrus that you get in the opening, with a creamy almond undertone and a little bit of an appley smelling quince. In the dry down, you've got those notes from the top and the mid. Obviously, they're toned down a little bit by that point, and you have vanilla and amber that comes in that adds a little bit more warmth and sweetness. Again, warm, sweet, those are the two main things that I'm getting here. It's extremely pleasant. Now I imagine that this is going to be lambasted by some people for not being unique enough. And that's happening a lot lately. But I can tell you, to my nose, it's a damn fine smelling fragrance from the opening all the way to the dry down. The first time I wore it around my wife, she actually stopped and said, "Damn, you smell good." And trust me, with this many fragrances and how much she smelled, that does not happen all that often. It's a very versatile fragrance because of that people-pleasing aspect. It could be worn in day or nighttime, though I think it leans a little more day, and spring, summer, and fall are the best seasons in my opinion. It would work in winter because it's warm and sweet. The only issue there is the performance. Performance on this one is not so great. Projection for me is best in the first hour, then it starts to sit closer to the skin, and this is one that lasts in the 5 to 6 hour range on my skin. So it's not something that I would consider a weak fragrance. It's not something that I would go out of my way to say, oh, that's a terrible performer. It's just, this is in the slightly below average range. But for you, it may be different. This also would work in office settings in my opinion, as long as you don't mind a little bit of sweetness in your office scent. It does come across a little bit more youthful than it does mature, but this is not a fragrance that's going to scream out, you know, a kid in a club or anything like 1 Million does, for example. Now, where this is a Lacoste fragrance, it's already under $40 for a tester on FragranceNet as long as you use their 37% off code that they have right now. But if you're watching this in the future, understand that changes all the time, so it may not be good by the time you watch this. And I was thinking, while I was wearing this, while I was thinking about the review, would I choose this or Stronger With You by Armani? Personally, I would rather wear this. I know a lot of people out there won't agree with me there, but I actually like this one more. You can get it for $20 to $30 less than Stronger With You off discounters right now, and for the price difference, it's not close, at least in my opinion. Admittedly though, Stronger With You does have better performance. I do not care if somebody says that this isn't unique enough or whatever. That's getting thrown out about every single designer release right now. For me, it's a positive experience. I like the way it smells. My wife loves it. Other people like it as well. It's a thumbs up. It's new, not too many people are going to be wearing it most likely because of the Lacoste name, and it smells great. Alright guys, if you smelled this one, let me know what you think about it. As always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.